Okay, so you understood. I've given very briefly the meaning of Karma Yoga because we are now going to start with Karma Yoga. Verse number 38. Sukha dukhe same kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papam avapsyasi. Anjuli.
Treating alike victory and defeat, gain and loss, pleasure and pain, get ready for the battle. Fighting thus, you will not incur sin.
So the first characteristic of Karma Yoga Bhav, or the spiritual attitude which we are talking about, with which you have to do your karma, with which you have to do your actions, is given in this verse. The first characteristic: treating alike victory and defeat, gain and loss, pleasure and pain, get ready for the battle. Fighting thus, you will not incur sin. Take the meanings. Same kritva, treating alike. Sukha, everybody knows, happiness. Dukkha, distress. Treating alike your happiness and your distress. Labh, alabha, gain and loss. Jai, ajay, victory, defeat. So by treating all these opposites alike, tata, thereafter, yujyasva, engage or get ready, yuddhaya, for battle. Get ready for battle. After treating these two things the same, get ready for battle.
You just must get ready for
Evam, that way, thus, na, never, avapsyasi, will you incur papam, sin. So the first quality is samatva, equanimity. Samatva, that's the quality. Treating all opposites the same. What we call being equanimous in every situation. Samatva. And over here we have talked about this samatva hundreds of times. We have a word for it. What is that called? Glad acceptance. Gladly accepting whatever is happening. See, whatever action you do, there has to be a result. Yes or no? There is no action which has no result. Every action has to have a result. That result could be success or failure. You could be successful at an action or you can be unsuccessful in an action. Whatever you get, success or no success, Bhagwan Krishna is telling us, accept it as prasad. So, the attention should be focused on performing the duty and not on the result of the duty. You simply do your duty. But what happens when we do our duty? We are expecting, I did my part, now you do your part. That is where the disappointment comes, because you have the understanding of Karma Yoga. You have the understanding, you should do. Whether the other one is doing or not doing, that person is going to bear the karma. You don't do your duty, there is solid karma involved. Okay, let's be clear about that. So, until and unless you understand that that person not doing their duty is not your karma, by focusing on whether the other person is doing duty or not doing duty, you will not be able to do your duty. Because your energy will be focused on the other rather than being focused on yourself. Now, let us see it the other way. If you are focused on the duty which you have to perform rather than on the result which is going to come in the future of your action, can you please tell me how you will perform your duty? 100%. Therefore, you performing your duty will be most efficient. When your mind is half thinking of the result, then that means only half the mind is on the duty. The mind ka potential is also this much only. Adha wahan, to yahan bhi adha. Result also adha. So if you want to be most efficient in the way you are doing your duty, don't think of the result. 100% focus on the duty. See, when our children go for exams, they are studied and gone. While studying, if you are continuously thinking, what if I forget? While studying, you are thinking, will this chapter come in the paper or not? If you are thinking, if I don't get the 100% marks, then will I be able to get into that, which some tests you all go for, entrance tests. Now your mind is going here. How much attention you will put in your studies? Instead of that, put 100% in the studies. If 100% you put, the universe also understands. Your intention is also there. I want to study 100%. Your intention is there. I want to know this matter well. And it's not just students. It's if you are going to fight a case in your court, if Mukund is going to do some surgery, if Rajan is going to train his client, he starts thinking, I'll give him this weight, but what if the muscle doesn't grow? You will not. They were looking so serious. I thought. Understand? Just focus on what you have to do. Result is not in your hands. Only action is in your hands. What is in your hands? Put 100% focus on that. Now, this samatva, which we want to develop as the basic trait for performing karma yoga, this samatva, this attitude of whatever result comes, I take it as prasad. When should you have this attitude?
All the time, every situation.
For every situation. When the result comes. No.
Throughout the
At the
process.
time of
Before you start the action. Before you start the action, be in that samatva bhav. Whatever result of this action comes is prasad. You don't have to wait for when the result comes, because when the result comes and you have not had that that environment, mental environment in you, you will get sucked into it. You will get sucked into the elation of success, or you will get it sucked into the depression of failure. At that time, you cannot be samatva. So before you start the action, suppose you start a project. Okay, first and foremost, let me be okay with whatever result comes. When you start your action with, I'm okay with whatever result comes, you will be clear. Because you are clear, you will be able to do that action 100%. Okay. So when you do every work starting with the bhav of karma yoga, your action itself will become efficient, and the result most probably will be good. If it is good, good. If it is bad, then also good. Understand that prasad buddhi you should have. If you fight like this, he says, fighting like this means doing your duty, you will not incur sin. Good deeds, you'll go to heaven. Bad deeds, they say you'll go to hell. Mixed karmas, you'll come back to earth. Whatever it is, in all the three places, whether you've gone to heaven, hell or earth, you are still in karma bandhan. You are still in karma bandhan. The only way to get out of karma bandhan is to perform your duties in karma yog bhav or with samatva. And this is the basic sadhana for enlightenment. We are not even reached the first step. We may think we are very पहुंचे हुए, you know. Firstly, I don't know how anyone can know whether you are an advanced soul or a not advanced soul. How does anyone know? Who has given you that certificate? Ahankar. Ahankar is giving you that certificate. Oh, you are so very evolved. Hello? Evolved according to what? Who knows?
Fake identity, fake certificate.
Fake certificate.
Self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed. Evolved soul. You don't need all this sadhana. Evolved soul. Don't do puja. Okay? You are very evolved. किसने बोला? So, yeah, wishful thinking, delusion. I call delusionary people. Nobody is very पहुंचा हुआ over here. Not a single person is पहुंचा हुआ here. We are all in the journey and we all have to start with karma yog bhav. We all have to start doing our duties with samatva bhav. Okay? This is your basic step. And if you are not in samatva bhav, no matter how much sadhana you are doing, no matter how many shloks you can recite, no matter if you can chant the entire Bhagavad Gita by heart, no matter whatever you are doing, you have not taken the first step. And this should be, you should remind yourself of that every moment. Doesn't matter if you have been coming to satsang for 10 years. If you are not in samatva bhav for your actions, you have not taken the first step.